It's week 4 of high school football here in Arizona. Alongside Kyle Stanley, I'm Phil Stafford. Real Recruits Television ready to rock, and we had our videographers and reporters out at 4 great games this week.
Couple new teams, couple new faces, but one big thing we want to touch on is a familiar face looking to keep a 0 in the loss column.
That would be the Vikings of Sunnyslope High School. They carried a 3-0 record into this week's game, but so did the Tolleson Wolverines. Let's go to the video to see which defense could hold up this week. Lowest point total heading into Friday night for the Vikings this season, a whopping 42. Damon Pierre could do a lot with his defense when his offense is putting up the points like that, but in the last 2 weeks for Tolleson, they've put up 55 and 51. This one had the makings to be a shootout. Fourth play from scrimmage, Michael Humphrey was up to the task. Look at the 6'9 senior thread the needle to Tim Fryson on the slant. Fryson outruns a coverage for the 70-yard TD. Slope breathing a little easier with the quick lead. In response, the Wolverines mounting an 8-minute drive and working inside the 25-yard line. Billy Wilson flushed out of the pocket, but he buys some time, dumps it off to Justin Hansen. Looks to be a positive gain for Tolleson, but Conrado Martinez stripping the ball, and he'll pounce on top of it. Vikings first-team defense hasn't given up a score in the last 3 games. Second quarter, Sunnyslope ahead by 14. They're going for it on 4th and short. Humphrey, no more for his basketball skills, gets the big eyes as the open lane comes up. Big man knows how to drive baseline, and he'll pick up the much-needed first down. The bigger story was his arm, though. Humphrey slinging it on Friday. 11 for 16, accounted for 3 touchdowns, and the ROTC gang was gassed by the end of this one. Slope, another 42-point performance. The Vikings make it a clean 4-0 so far this year. Let's kick it over to Real Recruits reporter Alex Adams, who was at Cactus High School.
With both teams coming off a loss last week, the Sunrise Mountain Mustangs are looking to stampede into enemy territory and take a win away from the Cobras at Cactus High School. With Cactus coming off their first regular season home game loss since September of 2011, and Sunrise coming in with a 2-game losing streak, both teams are looking to get back on their feet. With just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, the Mustangs march down the field and use a little trickery to find the way into the end zone. Nick Hellman on the reverse running play scores his first touchdown of the season and gives his team the early lead. But the Cobras answer back with a touchdown of their own. Austin Marshall, with a ridiculous monster touchdown run of over 40 yards, breaks 3 tackles in his pursuit to the end zone and ties the game at 7. With time winding down at the end of the first half, Garrett Wiesinger finds his running back Corey Brown on a swing pass for a 22-yard reception, giving the Mustangs a first and goal opportunity. 2 minutes later, Wiesinger drops back to pass, but decides to take it himself and run it in for the score, giving the Mustangs a lead 14-7 at half. But they could not hold on as the Cobras win this one 34-31.
And the Millennium Tigers over at Desert Ridge High School, a place where the Jaguars have only lost 2 regular season games in the last 3 years. We'll start this one with Desert Ridge already on top 7-0. It's the resurgence of Tarek Morrison, who was out all last year with an injury. In for his first touchdown of the year, the QB keeps it, and it's 14-0. Later on, it's Morrison using his arm to do the talking. He's going to find his twin brother, Taron Morrison, deep for 50 yards. That sets up another score to make it 21-0. And Morrison continues his dominance over the Tigers. This time, a 20-yard pass to Dylan Spade. This one makes it 28-0. The Jaguars starting to run away with it. Skip ahead toward the end of the game. We're putting a gold star on this one. It's Justin Irby getting the handoff, breaks 1 tackle, and continues to pull along a defender as he's able to, as Brock Bailey would say, beast mode this one for 55 yards for the touchdown. It's 56-0, and that's where this one ends.
Our final game of the night, Raymond S. Kellis visiting the Centennial Coyotes. Centennial searching for their 3rd win of the season, and they were celebrating homecoming on Friday night. We pick it up just a couple minutes into the first. Daniel Smith, play action. He has to throw against his body, but he's on the money to Austin Barbini, who hits the sidelines and then it's pedal to the metal. Barbini outruns the defenders for the first score of the night. Fast forward to the end of the quarter, Coyotes up by 2 scores and looking for more. Smith this time rolling out to his left, fits it in for Justin Aki, and he tucks it away, sheds a couple defenders to find the end zone, and it's 20-0 Centennial as the first quarter comes to an end. Kellis searching for answers to slow down the Coyotes. Even when they get pressure, Smith keeps his eyes downfield. Everyone going left, everyone except Xavier Villanueva, all alone in the end zone. Centennial certainly found a groove on Friday. They rattled off 36 points in the first half. That's more than any total game so far this year. Final tally in this one, 65-7. Centennial now improves to 3-1, and Kellis falls to 1-3. If you're going to get a big win like that at home, you might as well do it during homecoming weekend. You have a great crowd there, and the Coyotes certainly took advantage of that.
And Centennial starting off the season very strong, 3-1 on the young season. But we will have more games next week, as usual, on Real Recruits TV. As well, our inaugural episode of the Trophy Room, which will air on Real Recruits TV and also RealRecruits.com, as well as our YouTube channel. Basically, what it's going to be is a national highlight show of high school athletics across the nation. Very exciting times right now, but make sure to check that out next week, as well as local games on Real Recruits TV in Phoenix, Arizona. For Phil Stafford, I'm Kyle Stanley. As usual, let's send it out to the fans.